Thank you. First of all, I would like to welcome to America for the first timers, to California for the first timers, to the temple for the first timers. And I think this is the 15th Youth Peace Ambassador Training Workshop in a different settings. And I think it's the first one is in temple. We did once in Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha in Nepal, in YPA 7. And after that we did a Looking Beyond Disaster Forum in Nepal in 2015. So during the discussion of this workshop, we decided on my talks. So what this time I decided was to be more familiar with the things that we need to know as a youth, and which I have been practicing in my life till now and will be. So these are the things that I'm going to talk, especially 10 things, which has made us a leader in ourselves. The leader doesn't mean to be the leader or politician or something like that. It's a leader in yourself. So I was glad to know that my points were discussed already in the earlier presentation. So I think I'm really happy with that. So let's start. Okay. So I kept all these things planned for the suggestion in each and every slide, if possible. So the first thing is, I understand there should be a practical and technical solutions for youth to first start the steps in knowing themselves and knowing the situations to know better. If I can give an example, then I could say that if a mother asks her son that how many bottles of milk does he have, if she gave him 2 from one hand and 2 from next hand. So the child replied 5. And mother asked again, how many bottles of water it will be if he gave him like 2 bottles from right hand and 2 bottles from left hand. The child says 5. Then the elder one comes and says he likes chocolate milk. And then again mom says, if I gave you 2 bottles of chocolate milk from my right hand and 2 bottles of chocolate milk from my left hand, and how many bottles you have? Then he says 4. And mom says, why you said 5 to only the milk, not to the chocolate milk? Then the boys reply, I already had 1 with myself. So it means practically the boy is right, because he already had 1 bottle and his mother gives him 4, then it will be 5. So if she gives like 4 bottles of chocolate milk, then it will be 4, because he doesn't have 1. So on the one hand, the child is correct, technically, practically the child is correct. On the other hand, the mother is technically correct. But she is worried that her son doesn't know the calculations of the numbers. So I think these are the 2 things that we need to see, the different angles of our solutions of our problems, which helps us to grow better and know the situations better. So this one is my first slide, practical and technical solution. Next thing is, ask yourself and just say to yourself that, am I doing better than yesterday? Am I good than yesterday? I will be good than yesterday. And I think this statement can be relayed in our education as well. We can ask ourselves, can I do better? Or have I done better than yesterday? And this makes you a true leader. If you think of yesterday and you compare to your today. So next slide is self-discipline, ethics, principle, morals. These all things we get from our family. The upbringings, the roots, our ancestors, and everyone has a story in the family about their own. So these are the stories that makes you more valuable, and you tend to get more morals in yourselves. So the next slide is ability to adjust a plan. So being a youth, you need to adjust your plan. At any cost, you need to study and you need to adjust your plan. So one beautiful example I got, I read, was adjusting a plan as per the situation. We all know the ship Titanic. At that time, there was a Scottish farmer who saved his money for many years to be in the Titanic with his family. And then later on, one of his sons was sick and he couldn't go. He decided not to go because it was his dream to be with his family, the ship from UK, the Britain to US. So it was his dream. He saved a lot for that. He brought the non-refundable tickets for that because the Titanic journey was very famous throughout the world and they had the bookings and everything. And what happened was his son was sick and doctor said not to travel, and although his wife said that you can go with another son and you can travel, you can see, you can enjoy your dream. After all that, he rejected, the farmer rejected to go to the ship without his full family. At the end of the day, we know the result of Titanic ship. So I think that was a perfect example for adjusting our plan as per the situation. So I think youth need to be more adjusted and more know the situation. As I've already told, by the practical and the technical situation, we need to know to adjust our plan by observing that situation. So next is no, I, say we. So this is how I practice myself when I work in Nepal for 6 years. I never say I. Yeah, there are some things valuable for us from the letter I, like iPhone, iPad, iPods. That's I.
That's personal.
Yeah, that's personal. So we need to say we. So I think that's the first step to come to your society and to lead yourself by saying we rather than I. Okay. So yes, we already discussed. Yes, there are impossible things in life. We can't jump in the water to save someone. You need to understand. Because there are something impossible in life. I can't swim in the water. So it doesn't mean I am a leader. Everyone knows me. And if there was someone drowning, then I can go. Because I don't know how to swim. So I think we need to understand that there are impossible things in life which we can't do. So next one is, and the best one I like is standard of living or standard of life. Like we say, iPhones, watches, cars. Well, I think to ride a Rolls Royce car, a Lamborghini, or to ride a simple car, the road is same. The road you drive is same.
Yes.
Whether you drive a Lamborghini or you drive a simple car. The road is same in our life. So I think it's better you adjust as per your situations. And standard of life makes us happy than standard of living. So is your future already destined? What I choose matters. So we look like this, it's already destined. We can't do anything. We look like this, we can't change our nose or we can't change our ears. We are like this. So we have to accept what we are and we need to choose what it matters for us.
Wait until you've lived in California a bit longer.
Yes.
Everybody changes everything about himself.
We have more plastic surgeons than we have neurologists. You can change. But that's
So,
so.
If you don't like it, change it.
and we don't have control. Like, I was born in Nepal. I don't have a choice to born in America or anywhere else. So it's all destined. So we need to understand the fact is, whatever we do, whatever we live is upon us. What we choose, it matters. So I want to study bioethics because I love to know myself better. I know I can know that from other subjects as well. But why bioethics is I choose bioethics because I want to see life much more like close-ups. Because it teaches us how to understand ourselves, to know other better, to love, and we have a book, it's a Love of Life bioethics, written by Khanal. It expresses more about us. So, the differences between give and take. One of the spiritual leader from India, he says the theory of breathing. You take in, you give out. So even air you have to give out. Even air you take, need to get back to the atmosphere. So whatever you get, like someone might be educated, someone might be rich, have to give, have to donate something. Doesn't mean that you have to make a huge donation, but you have to do something for someone. You have to take and you have to give back to the society. I think being a leader is the person who gives and takes as we breathe. So I think that's what matters to be a leader. So last one, and all we know is network is equals to network. So we are today here not of money. We are here because of network. Our work, our money is network. So I think these are the 10 slides which I focused as per the experience which I had until my life, and still I'm experiencing the life, and I know I need to experience more. And I think the slides will be changing after my age starts. So I think, yeah, these are the 10 slides, which makes us, or which made me a leader in myself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rimesh. Maybe go back on the slides and people have any comments or additions to 10? Or do you share these ideas, Balita?
Yeah, most of the things, so in our Hindu culture, we say stories. It's very similar to Bible stories, what you guys, and for everything, so this is what you have to do, because when you give advice, general advice nobody likes. But if you tell a story of Ramayana or Mahabharata, tell in terms of stories that this is what happened to this guy because he did it, so don't do it, then people listen, But if you tell them in the plain simple way that this is how it is and nobody wants to hear. So yeah, that's what we do, we tell stories.
Sometimes advice might also be harmful.
Yeah, but
So we need to filter that as well.
But sometimes it's said that a person learns best by its own experience. They'll never follow advice, they will just learn it when they experience it themselves.
Well, there was a there was a vegetable seller which wrote in a plant, fresh vegetables. And someone comes and say, yeah, I can see your vegetable is fresh. Why do you write the fresh vegetable? Cut down the fresh. So the owner cut down the written fresh and only written vegetables. Another man comes, so say, don't you have the fresh vegetables? Then he said, yes, we have the fresh vegetables. Then you haven't written it. So these are the things that we need to understand.
Put a sign, vegetables, fresh and otherwise. But I was thinking about this. I just finished a management course at Mount St. Mary's, and one of the last things we discussed was, what do you do when you're in the middle of a planning session and you have absolutely no idea how you're going to go from where you are to the next step you have to be? And the professor says we should give a lot of time to our visions and our dreams, because sometimes our vision takes us beyond what rational thought can do. And then we began to think of examples just from current reality. And I brought up the point that one of the reasons that we all have computers that are easy to use is because Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak had a vision that they said computers could be easy to use. I worked for IBM for 30 years, and believe me, if IBM had had their way, you wouldn't be able to touch one of these things because you wouldn't figure out what they wanted. IBM did not understand a computer had to be user-friendly. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak did, and therefore they made it easy. We have these delivery services like UPS and FedEx and all of that stuff. That was somebody's vision. The guy who dreamed up FedEx did it as his capstone project for his MBA project, and his committee failed him in the course and failed him in the MBA program, and he said, basically, to hell with you. And he went out and he founded FedEx and, made a gazillion dollars. So there are things that may not be able to get you, but sometimes if you dream about it long enough, something will come to you. I mean, I have a dream that I'll be able to walk without cane one of these days. And my next step is to have surgery to make it happen. So. And I liked your comment about whether you're in a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini or anything else, or the road is still the same. And if it's in California, it has so many potholes, you're going to break an axle no matter what it is you're driving.
Viewers, let's go back to your slide number 8. So is your future already destined? Actually, I was already not clear. So is it destined or not? Or you need to work on it?
Yes, it is. Your future already destined. You are here. You are meant to meet here today with us. It's already been destined.
So if it is destined, do we need to make extra effort to something to happen or not? I mean, isn't it a challenge between, then if it is destined, do you need to put an extra effort to bring about a change in your life? Or you also again consider that to be destined and it will happen
No, I mean,
all by itself?
It's like I've written, what I choose matters. So
Right.
you are destined, you are here. What do you want to choose? If you want to do a presentation, that's fine. If you don't want to do a presentation, that's also fine. So if you choose, you come in front of all people and you can express yourself and people can know who you are. If you don't choose, no one knows you.
And all actions.
Actually, I think at this point I a little bit differ, a little bit. Because there are so many situations and circumstances where we can choose in life. Okay? And a considerable part of our life is all because somebody, I wouldn't say chose it for us, but somebody did something and then it happened for us. Right? For example, if my mother took alcohol for whole 9 months when I was in her womb, I would have been definitely a different person. right? There are certain things in life which we don't have control over,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So, I think, and then even if something does not happen the way we want or somebody wanted, with a constant effort and having belief on what we want to become, things can happen. We can bring about change. So that is the slightly, I like on that.
Yeah, that's what. I was born in Nepal. I choose to go to Japan. I came down, and then I choose to, because there were many people like me who came, but I chose to work with him, and we are still together. There are other many friends, my colleagues, who never showed up after
Maybe
that conference.
the belief factor on you was stronger than other people that were around you. Right? So that if you work absolutely with total dedication and absolute belief, yes, your belief can materialize and become a reality. That's true. But I mean,
Yeah, there are something.
but there are some
Yeah,
things.
that's why
It's not mathematics.
It's like, yes, there are impossible things in life.
Yes.
You can't help yourself. You need to go in the flow of the time.
For the time, and some of the things other people also kind of affect our life. That's it. I mean,
Yes, Mr. Rimesh, I appreciate your 10 commandments, becoming youth leader or developing leadership. But sometime back I read an interesting book on there are even hundreds and thousands of such important points in one's life to achieve his destiny or work towards his destiny. Like 101 marketing principle by Mr. Toots. So why you stopped with 10? There are so many things. I wish you should continue and improve on these items.
Because
That's all.
this all I made it with my experience.
Really, I appreciate that. Good luck.
Any other comments or questions? Okay, so is Rimesh a good youth leader?
Yeah.
Think so?
no doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt.
And a bit of leadership is needed for everything.
He has honing his character skills.
He's trying to become charismatic also.
Yes.
Hope so. Thank you.
But the question of predestination is an endless one. So maybe we have to reflect on that through the conference. Thank you very much, Rimesh.